Josiah's YouTube channel. We talk records, we talk bridges, we talk inspiration, we talk history. Welcome to my channel. Hey VC, how you doing? I know it's been about a month. This is Josiah, Scorpion 89 199. Thinking about changing my channel name. It's been the same since about 11 or 12 years. Just to be a little bit more to do with the channel, inspiration and music. But let's get to it. I want to show you my record store day finds for June 12th. Drops 1. Really awesome jazz. I don't typically get into this era of jazz, the 60s. I believe this is from this is from 60. It was mid 60s. Oh, 1967, 68. Thelonious Monk, Palo Alto Custodian Mix. Sorry if I said that wrong. I kept the shrink on because I'm not keeping the record in here. Sorry, I sound a little weird. I've had a bit of a cold. I haven't been to work in 3 days. Actually, I was off today, but I'm feeling better. A little bit congested, but I'll be all right. So I've got to show you guys this. There's some really cool stuff in here. So, all right, the first thing here. This was a performance in Palo Alto, California, in the late 60s. October 27th, 1968. Benefit jazz concert. Thelonious Monk Quartet, Jimmy Marks Afro Ensemble, featuring Eddie Bow, electric flute. 2 p.m. Sunday, like I said, October 27th, 1968. Palo High Alto. Tickets $2. It even has the mail order address. The original reprint of the poster, the concert poster. These guys go all out. This is on Impulse, through Verve and UME and Rhythm and Ning Entertainment. Here, let me move a little closer to the light. I've got quite a bit of stuff here. I've got 3 record store day releases and a whole bunch of great 45s, all different decades, all different genres. I score big on these 45s. And then I'll have a video tomorrow or the day after with another small set of 45s that I found last Monday. And we have, I can't believe they went all out on this. The original program tells you everything. It's like going back to 1968 in California. Pretty wild. Well, we'll show you one more thing. There's the back. And then there should be a third thing here. Ah, yes. Booklet telling you all about the concert. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Alright, so there's all that. And I'm not going to show the gatefold because it's just half of Thelonious Monk. It's not even a full picture. That's from 1968. Oh, and finally, we gotta actually show this. Impulse. Never had an Impulse before. It's my understanding that these are up there with Blue Notes and Prestige, and originals cost quite a bit for many artists. And this is the picture sleeve. So you can read up on most of this yourself, but in 1968 there was a benefit concert. Thelonious Monk went to play there, and apparently it was everyone thought it had never didn't think there was a recording that existed out there, but a custodian had a recording he had made with his own home tape machine, and this is the first time it's ever been released. See, so record store day can be pretty good sometimes. Just gotta know what's just hype and what's an actual unique collector's piece that you know has good sound and good quality. And this has good quality for sure. And that was at Pop's resale on record store day. Okay, that's better light. This was really cool. At CD Central in Lexington, Kentucky, we have Goonies picture disc. I'm not a huge fan of picture discs. I have a Madonna one, I have a Whitesnake, I have a Dream Theater, and I have this. However, this is the only version that exists as of right now. And it sounds really good for a picture disc. Really good. There's One-Eyed Willie. There's the kids. This was, for anyone that doesn't know, this is the score, the orchestral music from the movie. The soundtrack already exists that came out back in the 80s with Cyndi Lauper and R.E.O. Speedwagon and all those guys. All the people that were actually part of the soundtrack. This is really good, sometimes relaxing, sometimes very energetic orchestral music. So that was all I got on record store day. I wanted this next record, and I couldn't find it, but I was off the next day. I wasn't off the next day. I had to work Sunday on the 13th, but on the 14th I was off, and I was really looking for this. So I went down to Shake It Records in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's Jim Messina from went on to be with Loggins and Messina. This is his first group when he was 17 in the early 60s. And from 1964. Little hype sticker there. And they held it for me. So thank you to the guys at Shake It Records in Cincinnati, Ohio. And it's they do really good garage, and this label does really good garage and surf music, and also psych on blue Sundays. I also have the Bel Airs on this label that came out in 2015. There's that. Now let's jump in. I'm trying to make this video shorter. Most of my videos are a lot longer. Okay. Last month I ordered a few records on Discogs that were pretty cheap. A reissue, because as far as I know, there's no original, only on 78. Mainline by Little Esther. Saturday Night Daddy from 52. one of my favorite R&B songs on Savoy. Don't Be Angry by Nappy Brown. And It's Really You. A reissue that I bought a few weeks later on Bobbin, a killer rockabilly called Wigwam Willie by Carl Phillips, originally released in 1958. Originals don't seem to come up too much, so I just bought this one. Backed with Walkin' Blues. And they all came in these nice clear sleeves with brand new thick white, like double stack white paper sleeves on ebony. I think you can get an original of this for like 45, 50 bucks, which of course wasn't available at the time. Date on the Corner by Don Fager. Killer rockabilly, love this. Definitely one of my recent favorite rockabilly discoveries. Oh, there you go. And Don't Be Mad. It's kind of veering back to before these records, but I forgot I had this record until I found it in an LPs in my collection. He Called Me Baby, Candy Stanton on Fame from 69 or 70. And the B-side, What Would Become of Me. And really cool, kind of torn up, need to try to repair this, early roulette sleeve, which I already have a roulette, but I only have one roulette record, but I have two sleeves. That's why this one's in here. Just about a week ago, I ordered this. I just found this on YouTube. Rockin' on the Moon Tonight, Big Charles Green from 1958. Killer rock, rhythm and blues with rockabilly type guitar, or really good guitar break and intro on Hit. This is a reissue. And You Excite Me Baby. Also, I'll mention this. This guy who sent me this on Discogs, he sent me this. I should show you guys. So I haven't looked at it yet, but if you like early rock and roll and doo-wop and vocal groups, go check out that channel. And then there's the back. And I like to keep that stuff with the record because that's what it came with. Alright, now on to Sammy's The Album. After I went and got that Goonies picture disc, I went to another record store in Lexington. We actually have three, even though we have a lot of little flea markets and other thrift shops. But if you ever come to Lexington, Kentucky, make sure you hit up the Lexington Peddlers Mall. It's a 2-story building. They've always got lots of great records. They've even got old magazines, and they've even got schedules from people's train rides from 100 years ago, and the pretty good quality condition newspapers from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And also I have a couple of early Boys Life magazines from the tabletop ones. I mean, they're like this. They're big. And from 1956, almost mint condition, Boy's Life. And a 1964 one with a few small rips. But at Sammy's, for $1 a piece, they mostly have hip-hop, but I find really good 45s there. On Flamin' Arrow, a really good R&B rocker from, I think, 59. Talking About My Baby. Never seen this label before. Don't know much about it. And The Gallop by the Chevelles, which I thought was going to be a garage or surf or instrumental band. But it's more kind of instrumental rhythm and blues. And the other side's probably more like soul. Early, pretty good. Doo-wop. Lola, 61. I thought this record would be worth quite a bit. It's not bad, but it's definitely not that rare. But it's a promo, so that's kind of neat. And I believe from 67. Apparently, this lady's was a big hit for this. Make Me Yours, Betty Swan on Money. I Will Not Cry. I've really gotten into this guy, Joe Tex. SYSLJFM from 66. Some of these labels don't show up in the light very well, do they? Okay. And I'm a Man. His best record is I Gotcha and A Mother's Prayer, by far. Oh, and with that Charles Green record, a few days later, I got on the Chelsea label, which comes out of New York City, a Fish House Function for a cross-eyed cat named Sam. Really good, underground, not really well known rockabilly from 1960 from a lady named Emmy Orr and her Rhythm Escorts. Not much is known about her. She put out 2 records on Chelsea. One of them was more soul, and one of them was rockabilly. And I believe there's only one other song she recorded. Is It a Sin was on her other record. And there's nothing more really known about her. And she was Italian. And that record, I'm telling you, if you guys like rockabilly, it's a little weird because there's instances where the guitar and the drums stop and there's a weird like whistle or something going on. I don't know what it is, but so some people call it a novelty, but it's definitely a type of early rock and roll rockabilly type thing. And in the middle, I think on the second or third verse, she starts singing in Italian, and it's actually pretty good. For 65, a nice soul number. You Gotta Earn It, Art Gordy by The Temptations. Since I Lost My Baby, classic. From 68, Cloud 9, also from The Temptations. Why Does She Have to Leave Me? Why Does She Have to Go? Long names on these things. Some of these really good, awesome rockabilly instrumentals. Or rockabilly and instrumental. I wrote Cool Double-Sider on Jubilee. Poor Boy by the Royal Tones. And Wally. Awesome, super early, Yellow Atlantic, rhythm and blues. I about jumped for joy when I found this. Now my main thing that I want by called the Clovers is Your Cash Ain't Nothing But Trash, but I haven't found a great copy, and I'd like to find it in the wild or in a record show. Hey, Mrs. Fanny from 52. You guys don't get, if you guys don't collect 45s in the vinyl community. Rhythm and blues, garage, surf, instrumental, rock and roll instrumentals, some funk, a lot of R&B, or I already said R&B, of course punk and metal. Most 45s have a lot of most bands of the 60s and 70s, 50s have a lot of collectible 45s, and you never find the earlier ones, because 52, the 45 had only been out for about 3 or 4 years at that point, or for 3 years. Came out in 49. I played the fool, but let's hurry this up because it's running on 20 minutes. Chess, Chicago Blues, I Don't Want to Know, Willie Maybone, really good R&B, or I Don't Know, Worry Blues. My guy Fats Domino from 57, When I See You, on the Red Imperial. What Will I Tell My Heart? This is pretty neat. This is probably from this handmade sleeve is probably from the, I don't know, mid 60s, early 70s. Could be even earlier than that. Let's see, it's talking about shaving products. I love finding this stuff. This is really cool. This is really, really cool. So I made sure to tape it up to preserve it, and then I put another sleeve on top of it. I mean, look at that. It's a Schick hot lather machine for $12.88. Elsewhere is $16.88. Yeah, this stuff looks like it's from I thought it was from the 70s, but if you look at this on the bottom, this looks probably 60s, I'd say. I can't find out what store this is from, but cool nonetheless. A pretty good classic, which I didn't realize has a good sax solo. Let the Good Times Roll by Shirley and Lee on Aladdin. This is my first Aladdin 45. Do You Mean Hurt Me So? You can't really see it because it's so worn. But I didn't know which one to put in this cool makeshift sleeve, so I just put that one in there. Awesome label that I only recently found. Silver Fox, Gloria Taylor, Loving You and Being Loved by You from 69. You gotta pay the price. This is a hidden gem right here. This is a hidden gem. I'd say if you don't know about Silver Fox, they don't have a lot of releases, but I think they were really good. It looks like they were only around for a year or two. On the Soul label, Keep Me. A Man Without Love. And then we have this next stack here. Actually, that might have been from Broken Drum Records. Excuse me. Harlem Shuffle from 63, Bob and Earl. Decent R&B soul type doo-wop. I don't know, something like that. On Mark. And I believe this is a promotional copy too because it's white. But I'm not sure. I'll keep running back. Classic 80s pop rocker. New wave. The Outfield, Your Love. I don't know why. I love that song. So I like to keep for $1. And by the way, these last couple records is from the Broken Drum Records, which is a record store in Grayson, Kentucky, which is in the bottom of the basement of an antique store. Only open on the weekends. The Outfield, 61 Seconds. You guys have seen that. Another cool find, even though it's not my favorite type of music. Zorba Legric, which is I found out is a 1965, yeah, 1965 Greek film. Maybe go watch that movie. I've been thinking about watching it. And this is the soundtrack to it. His master's voice. This is actually made in Greece. Turns out the guy at Broken Drum Records used to go around the world to collect records. He even showed me a few Hindu records. So that's pretty neat. Another cool new wave rocker. Cruel to Be Kind from '79. Nothing I need to say there. And Endless Gray Ribbon. Really good Sun label stuff right here. Luther Played the Boogie by Johnny Cash from 1959 on the original Sun, and I believe this may be an original, or at least an earlier one. Tell me about Recordland. I don't know what it is. It must have been a place at some point. But this guy had 4 or 5. He had quite a few Recordland sleeves, so I grabbed a few for these records. And thanks a lot. Let me know in the comments about Recordland. I got to do some research. Ballad of a Teenage Queen. That's a classic from '57 from Johnny Cash. And my favorite on here, Big River. Really good country rockabilly. More Clovers from '57. I Love You. Not as good as the other one. And So Young, which is kind of a creepy song. A record I had before, but it was cracked. Stick Up, which is a good early '70s funk R&B by Honeycomb. And VIP. And finally, from 1964, another Joe Tex record on Dial, Fresh Out of Tears. Killer Soul, Joe Tex. And last but not least, Hold What You've Got by Joe Tex. So I'm going to try to make more content soon. I need to get a better tripod. That's something I'm working on right now. And I need to maybe get an extra light. As you can see, I'm filming outside. I could film inside, but it's a really nice day out. So anyway, I'm sorry that I feel that I'm not sounding real great today, but I hope you guys had an awesome record store day. I know it's been over a week, but I'm glad I was able to get out here and do this. Explore every day and listen to something awesome. And with that, have a great day. See ya.